Hey there everyone. So this time around I'll be reviewing the master editions of Lock and Key. So if you do not know about Lock and Key, I highly recommend that you go and look this up. Lock and Key by Joe Hill and Gabriel Rodriguez is by far one of the best things I have read in the last decade, and I'm not at all trying to exaggerate. This is just a masterpiece. So this is a master edition. So what that essentially means is it's slightly oversized, better color reproduction, and 2 volumes in one. There are 3 of these for the main series. So I think the series is not yet complete, because this arc is complete. So Lock and Key's original arc is complete. It's covered in 3 master edition volumes, but Joe Hill has been saying that he'll be coming up with prequel to this, and then there's spin-offs as well. I hope that they'll come up with master editions for those as well. These look really fantastic on the shelf together, and I'll show you the artwork on the inside. But before that, I'll show you the sides, the spines, and the back. So this is volume 1, and then this is volume 2. This is volume 2. So as you can see, each volume has a background color which is different. This one is blue, this is darker blue, and then the last one is red, I think. Yeah, I think red. This is volume 3, and volume 1, I think. Yeah, so it says here volume 1 collects Lock and Key, Welcome to Lovecraft, and Head Games. Number 2 collects Lock and Key, Crown of Shadows, and Keys to the Kingdom. And the third one collects Clockworks and Alpha and Omega. So it's the full set in 3 volumes. It's an Eisner Award winning series, and there's a good reason it won an Eisner Award. So if you I'll go through the premise of the book before I start off. This is a full fantasy come science fiction book, if you want to look at it this way, but I would go with just pure fantasy, more with fantasy, because the premise of this book is, so if you can see, this is a key, for example. This is a key. So there are these keys scattered throughout this mansion that a family moves to, and these keys are interesting because they do different things. For example, so if you can see this one, this is shaped like a head or a skull. So this is the head key. What it does is, you can put this key into your literal head and open it up, and you can cram things inside. For example, you can cram a whole book and you learn the content of the book. Then there are keys, for example, which will make you turn into a giant. You open a door, you go through that door, you turn into a giant. For example, there's a key that gives you wings. Like it is a contraption that will give you a wing. There are keys that will just makes your soul go through your body, retains. There are keys that can turn back time up to a certain point, and you can see the past. It's a beautiful book, and these keys are all random. I have no idea where Joe Hill got the idea for this, but this is brilliant. The execution, the storyline, the artwork, everything is brilliant, to say nothing of the story. So it starts off with a huge map, and this is the mansion here on the map. So this is how this is called Lovecraft, by the way. The estate is Lovecraft Estate, Lovecraft MA. So that is why the name of the first book is Welcome to Lovecraft, and it cannot be any more gruesome. So it's by the way, this is a very adult series. It's not meant for children, and it's awesome. I have like literally nothing else to say to it other than that. It is awesome. So you'll see here the soul key, if I'm not wrong. Someone goes through the door and just the soul remains. Then, oh yes, there's an echo well. So the concept of this well is it echoes the past, it echoes memories. I'll any more and I'll give away the story, but it is by far one of, as I said, it's by far one of the best things I've like read in the last decade. Of course, there's a teleportation door. There's a key that makes any door into a teleportation door, of course. So as you can see, the artwork is beautiful, very clean, dark, very clean artwork. The only problem that I have with these editions, they're gorgeous. The master editions are called master editions for a reason. The only problem which I have with this is that they do not collect the spin-offs. There are lots of extra material though. So there's this is the host key, by the way, for example, and then there's a gender key, of course, which makes you turn into another gender. I'll read off the gender key for others in case you're interested. So it says here, so so this is how the gender key looks. Not very sure if it's coming through. So it says, my sister, or should I say my brother, fights the shadow war with grace on the streets of Boston, whilst I wait at home like a helpless maiden praying to the Almighty for her safe return. When first I fashioned the key. So this is in the form of like old script. So the whole premise of the story is the initial keys all were made by a locksmith from the World War II, I think, World War II era, and these were made with a metal from. So I'll give away the story if I say any more. So these were made with a different kind of metal, and so everything that is written here is from that original locksmith. So Almighty, for her safe return. When first I fashioned the key, I imagined. So you'll see here it says imagined she might transform into a boy to protect her if necessary from the unsavour lusts of Englishmen, should the king's foot soldiers return to Lovecraft to abuse God-fearing women. Never did I think she would willingly cast off the wardrobe of her femininity for this rugged liberation among men. It's an awesome. So there are different kinds of books. This is the Echo key. This is the Omega key. So there is nothing written. So it says the known keys. There are lots of unknown keys as well. Then there's Head key. There's the Anywhere key, which is of course the teleportation key. There's a Ghost key, which makes you into a ghost. So these are the known keys, and then there are unknown keys, of course, as is implied. And then there are floor plans for the whole thing, for the mansion, because the mansion is exactly what gives away the keys. I'm sorry, but this video is turning quite big. I know people do not like big videos, but I'll try to shorten this from now on. So that was the first book. This is the second book. Again the same on the front, and then the artwork does not really change because they do with the same artist throughout. It's beautiful. The story is gripping. And then there are like other keys documented, Philoscope, and then there are Hercules Schussel, Angel's Schussel, and so on. So every book comes with a documentation of keys, and then there's artwork for different concepts that have been used throughout the book: zombie, dark one, imp, and so on. Lots of artwork, beautiful. End of volume 2. And then comes volume 3. Same on the front. Of course, there are artworks for like each book, so they have original artwork which featured with each of the individual volumes. Clockworks curtain here, and then at the end, of course, there is again, let's see here, okay, the last book does not really feature artwork from the actual series. It's more like ending this. So this is the end of volume 3. So I did not know this before, but you can apparently buy actual keys for Lock and Key. The authentic replica of the actual keys featured in these books. They are available on the IDW website, if I'm not wrong. If you are a fan of the series, those are definitely worth getting. Sadly they are extremely high cost shipping, especially with the current pandemic situation going on to India, so I could not get them, but they are beautiful, excellent renderings, and I like practically love them. So yeah, that's volume 1, 2 and 3 for Lock and Key Master Edition. Definitely check it out. As always, if you have any questions, any comments, anything to say, feel free to write that in the comment section below, and do subscribe to the channel. Happy reading.